Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hillbilly Chicken Ranch. I'm Susan and episode 18 of Homestead Happenings podcast about finding peace, purpose, and joy right where you are. This time of year brings lots of pressure. The pressure to buy the perfect gifts, host the perfect party, and feel the perfect level of cheer. But what if we decided to trade the stress for deep, genuine comfort this year? Today we're talking about finding cozy Christmas joy, snuggling up with comfort, traditions, and peace. The idea came to me about the Christmas comforter. Maybe it's the memory of Grandma's hand-stitched quilts that she gave at Christmas time, or your favorite blanket with a few worn spots. Just one item that feels instantly warm, familiar, and safe. That's the feeling we want to bring into our little entire Christmas season. We'll explore the simple beauty of a Hygge and how to trade your busy schedule for slow, intentional moments. How to perform a must-do audit on your traditions to keep only the ones that bring you the actual joy and letting go of the rest. And finally, the incredible power of a quiet heart in the middle of a loud season, finding peace that costs absolutely nothing. So grab a mug of something warm, find your coziest blanket, and settle in. It's time to rediscover the simple, profound joy of being home for the holidays. My grandma loved to quilt, and she did through blindness with the help of her daughters. Her quilts were simple. The pattern was called around the world, and she used old clothing for many of the quilt patches. Each quilt told a story of family, memories, and resilience. Of days gone by, it was filled with memories my aunts lovingly would quilt up the quilt tops she made. To sleep under one of these prized quilts, you had a warm feeling and you felt the love in every stitch. The quilts were so colorful. I remember running my fingers over the squares of fabric and looking at each individual square, the color, the texture. Not all fabrics were cotton. Many of them contained polyester, satin, or other fabrics like gabardine. Each piece had been hand-stitched along with the quilting part. They were the focal point of her log cabin home. The bedrooms were huge and could easily fit 4 to 6 full-size beds with plenty of room still. Each bed adorned with a colorful handmade quilt. It was like heaven sinking into one of those down mattresses with that beautiful quilt. They used bed warmers back then too, a pot-bellied stove set in the middle of each room. One room had an old fireplace that was no longer in use. Today we have mass-manufactured quilts and blankets. But one of my most prized possessions are some old family quilts, and one made by Rita's Roost that I won on her channel. I think of Rita cutting and piecing the quilt top and then quilting it on her quilting machine. She really puts love in each of her quilts that she makes. One of the things that is so precious is going to a funeral of a loved one of one of these dear quilter ladies and seeing all of her quilts displayed on every pew. You immediately know she had a purpose, love in her heart, and wanted to comfort everyone. I think that is where comforters come from. It's an overstuffed quilt that we use today in many homes. There's comfort in the covering. So take a good long look at your covers on your bed. Does it give you the comfort, warmth, and love? The simple gift of a homemade quilt isn't how pretty it is or how useful it is. It is the love sown into it, often covered with prayers for the gift recipient. That's truly comforting to know. Manufacturers are all about the quantity, but one quilt can take months to complete, and it's about the quality. We need to get back to the simple basic needs in this old world. I don't know about you, but I long for simple days, not being rushed, and really enjoying the moments. On my channel, I am focused on living frugally and intentionally. And pulling out Grandma's quilt may bring back a treasured memory and some comfort for you. I had one of her last quilt tops, but unfortunately it was lost many years ago. The memories remain though, and I still feel her love after all these years. By the way, Grandma would have been 127 years old this year. She was born in 1898 and lived 90 plus years on this earth. Hygge, spelled Hygge and pronounced Hygge, is a cultural concept from Denmark and Norway, and it goes far beyond simple coziness. Hygge embodies a sense of cozy contentment, well-being, and enjoying the good things in this life with good people. Hygge is a conscious creation of warm, intimate atmosphere. It's not about expensive things, but about creating an environment to feel calm, safe, and restorative. Soft lighting, especially candles, are used along with natural textures like wool, wood, and soft blankets. Warm drinks like coffee, tea, and hot chocolate are often drunk by the Danish, who use more candles per capita than anyone else. This Christmas, I have included candles in our nativity and brought in foraged greenery. A gingerbread Christmas is all about the creativity, the excitement, the sounds and smells of Christmas. To awaken our senses to the season, a little hygge has been brought in. Hygge is a refuge from the outside world. It's about pulling the comfort in when the weather outside gets cold or dark, or when the world feels stressful. It's more about solitude, but it is togetherness. While you can hygge alone, like curling up with a good book, its truest form often involves a state of being sociable, enjoying the company of others, and being with loved ones. Quality time means being present with family and friends by focusing on the company rather than the external distractions. Put those cell phones away. It can be creating a cozy space together, having easy conversations that is relaxing, joyful, and deep without fighting, boasting, or causing tension. Being present fully with the people that you are with, making them feel welcome, appreciated, and happy. It is the social part of hygge. Luke 2, 8 through 20, King James Version. And there were in the same country shepherds abiding in the field, keeping watch over their flock by night. And lo, the angel of the Lord came upon them, and the glory of the Lord shone about them, and they were sore afraid. And the angel said unto them, Fear not, for behold, I bring you good tidings of great joy, which shall be to all people. For unto you is born this day in the city of David a Savior, which is Christ the Lord. And it shall be a sign unto you, you shall find the babe wrapped in swaddling clothes, lying in a manger. And suddenly there was with the angel a multitude of heavenly hosts, praising God and saying, Glory to God in the highest, and on earth peace, goodwill toward men. And it came to pass, as the angels were gone away from them into heaven, the shepherds said one to another, Let us now go even unto Bethlehem, and see this thing which is come to pass, which the Lord hath made known to us. And they came with haste, and found Mary and Joseph, and the babe lying in the manger. When they had seen it, they made known abroad the saying which was told them concerning this child. And all they that heard it wondered at those things which were told them by the shepherds. But Mary kept all these things and pondered them in her heart. And the shepherds returned, glorifying and praising God for all the things that they had heard and seen as it was told unto them. Like Hygge, the nativity scene is set by God with simple things that makes the heart wonder and gives you peace and calm in the midst of all that's going on in this world. Hygge is a mindset. It involves simple pleasures, savoring the small, often mundane moments in life, the taste of a homemade cookie, the warmth of a fire, the slow pace of a board game. It's acknowledging and appreciating that you are safe, comfortable, and present right now, with intentional focus on the positive. This is why Denmark often ranks as the happiest country in the world. Hygge isn't about buying a new throw blanket. It is realizing that the feeling of Christmas comfort is peace, warmth, familiarity, and a state of mind that we can cultivate, even when the holiday checklist is screaming for attention. The must-do audit. The idea behind this is to get the mindset from obligation to intention. I choose to do this because it brings me peace and joy. Doing a brain dump. Get it out of your head and onto paper or a spreadsheet. Don't judge or filter anything of this at this stage. List everything. Write down everything you feel obligated to do, buy, or attend between now and January 1st. Like sending out 200 Christmas cards, baking 12 dozen cookies, attending 3 neighborhood Christmas parties, hanging lights on your roof, buying a gift for every single cousin or coworker. Assign a score to each of them based on the criteria. For instance, 0 would be neutral, 1 would be unnecessary, 3 would be joy, -1 would be obligation, -3 would be dread. Review and simplify your items. The stop list would be -1 and -3 items. They must be eliminated or delegated to someone else. These are the anti-Christmas comfort and joy. Maybe pare down the Christmas card list to those who actually send you cards. Or delegate others in the house to do part of the list for you. That makes it less time-consuming. Better yet, do a blanket letter to everyone telling them about your year and wishing them a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. I have a friend that does this, then prints the labels for the letters. It saves her so much time, and I enjoy reading it. Learn to decline another party. Instead of say, gee, my schedule is full, maybe next year. And hire help for putting up those outdoor Christmas lights. Simplify your list. That would be 0 and plus 1. Instead of baking 12 dozen cookies, how about baking 2 of your favorite batches? Instead of buying gifts for everyone, draw names and only attend 30 minutes of a neutral event. The cherished list score is plus 3. These activities bring you joy. Intentionally dedicate more time, energy, and presence to these, like decorating the Christmas tree with family. Block out an entire afternoon to make it the main focus of your day. Protect your list. Once you have your stop, simplify, and cherish list, you must protect them. Practice saying no, but have a kind, prepared phrase ready for new requests that don't align, like, "That sounds lovely, but our calendar is full this year and we are intentionally focusing on family." This audit gives you back control, reduces anxiety, and allows the true hygge of the season to settle in. True Christmas joy is not found in the external perfection, but intentional internal peace. Christmas comfort is ultimately the conscious to choose to prioritize comfort and connection over chaos and obligation. Our videos drop Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. Podcasts are every Tuesday at 6 a.m. Once a month, there's a live stream on the third Thursday at 11 a.m. Check out my Frugal Living Challenge 25 and a Gingerbread Christmas. I'll put the links above. Upcoming live will be about some exciting changes for 2026 and how this channel performed in 2025. As we bring this episode of Homestead Happenings to a close, I want to leave you with a final image. Not the image of a perfectly decorated Christmas tree, but of the peace in your own heart. If you found yourself scoring lots of negative numbers on that must-do audit, you have the power to stop. Choose a quiet moment. Choose a simple tradition. Choose the joy that requires no strings. The most precious gift you can give yourself, your family, and your home this Christmas is the gift of presence and peace. Let that be your ultimate goal for Christmas comfort. Thank you for listening. And until next time, find joy in the simplicity and keep tending to your own homestead. Our next episode will be on mastering simple hospitality. Be blessed and a blessing. Until next time. Here's some content I think you might like. Thank you for visiting our homestead. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hype, and share to help our small channel grow. See you next time for more simple living, frugal tips, and farmyard fun.